Well, hey, this is Darryl Davis coming here to talk about designing a career worth smiling about. This part of a series based on the class action commission lawsuit that we find in our industry that we're dealing with. And these are recorded before anything was settled. Part of the reason for this training is to simplify, shed some light on it, opinionate about it, but most importantly, to be a training resource for real estate professionals on how to perhaps navigate this new reality that we're finding ourselves in. So what I want to talk to you about on this particular training is that there's actual proof out there that real estate professionals has not, that the real estate profession has not price fixed commissions. So it's a long title for this. Some of what I'm about to show you is from this report, Stephen Broback, Consumer Federation of America. I did another lengthy video, not lengthy, it was 28 minutes, tearing this report apart, that it's not really a good report at all, and why it's not a good report. It wasn't based on just scientifically, the numbers don't make sense. But this is going to focus on using some of his research to validate that how we don't fix prices, plus some other things. Now, by the way, let me just address something. You know, the plaintiff's attorney, they are using training modules of policies in some of the companies like Keller Williams or in Anywhere Remax, and I'm not addressing those. I've read what those are. I can so argue how the training of these great companies still does not say that there's price fixing. I read through but I'm not going to defend each one of those companies simply because I don't have to. They've already done that. So I'm going to share with you just my thoughts on this, right? So commissions disclosed but often reluctant in phone calls. First of all, let me just say something about that heading, commissions disclosed but often reluctant in phone calls. So what he's saying there is that the real estate agents did disclose the commission on the telephone. And the actual percentage in another video I said was 70%. First of all, I would say as a sales trainer, that's bad that the 70% even did disclose it on the telephone. Now, I'll tell you why. Because this is what agents should do. Any good profession does this. I don't know of any profession where I'm going to call them up and ask them, what are your fees? If I called the law firm, watch this. If I called the law firm, wait a second. I talked about this too. I'm going to really nail this. If I called the law firm that's suing NAR and Anywhere and Remax and all these companies, and asked them, what are their fees? What are the chances they're going to tell me that on the phone? I'll tell you. We should do that. We should call their firm before they watch this and ask, hey, listen, I need an attorney for a lawsuit. How much are your fees? I'll bet you $1 million that they will not tell you on the phone. The law firm that's suing NAR. I'll bet you their answer is going to be, well, you have to first come in. We need to get some more information about your case, and then I'll assign you to an attorney, and they're going to ask you to come in and give you the scope of what we do. It's a free consultation. There's no charge. And then in that meeting, you'll find out the fees. I'll bet you that's what they would do. And you want to know why they do that? Because that's what good companies do. You do not discuss your fees until you establish value. Until you first get the person to trust you, to meet you. That's how it's supposed to be. And somehow Stephen, this is why this is just a bad report. Okay. By the way, I said this before, I'll say it again. I say this on every training. Because a lot of this is talking about how we don't disclose to the consumer what our fees are as well, and it's hidden and blah, blah, blah. Does the jury know how much the plaintiff's attorneys are charging for their fees? What are their fees? The plaintiffs that started this lawsuit, What are their fees? Did they tell the jury? Did they disclose that? I'll bet you this, it's not hourly fees. I'll bet you it's not billable hours, right? I'll bet you it's a commission that the plaintiff's attorneys are getting a commission for however much the jury awards, they're going to get a commission on that. And it's probably going to be around 30-40%. Because you'll see why I say that in a minute. By the way, they don't call it a commission, they call it a contingent fee. That's a commission. When you get paid a percentage over what you win, that's a commission. Okay. So the reluctance to discuss commissions did not surprise us. Two other findings. In 20 states, the table indicates, as we'll discuss later, commission levels were uniform or near uniform. So let me show you the table that this Stephen is referring to. So here is the commissions, and what it tells me, okay, 70% said 6%, 2% said 7%, 3% said 5.8 to 5.2. That doesn't make sense to me right there. Why you have a range, but not a range with the other ones. So it should be 6 to 7. Then you've got 5 that says 19. The 4.5 or less is 3. NI, I guess, didn't disclose, or not 4%, whatever. Will negotiate. From what I can tell, this looks like there's no uniform. There's a heavy side to the 6%. I'll give you that, but it looks like to me there's no price fixing. There's no agreement here. See, you know what this looks like? I did this on another video. I'll show it. This looks like the pizzerias in Wading River. See, there's 5 pizzerias in Wading River, 10 square miles. You got one that charges $22, another one charges, too many pizzerias in Wading River is my point there. $22 on one, $25. So you know what? If you do it, it's a range. It's $19.95 to $22.80, and you know what the average is $21 and change. Just like there's an average in our market, just like there's the agents. All right, let's say that 6% is not the average, but it's close to it, and that's what a lot of agents are charging. Watch this. See, a little school in here, Stephen, on antitrust laws. Antitrust law, it says that when two companies that would be considered competing companies, they have of their own owners, they could be part of the same franchise, but there's 2 separate owners, and they are charging the same fees, then especially if it's interstate to out of state with the franchises, that's antitrust laws. So you can't do that, right? So Here's I'm going to show you everyone. These are all these franchises: Subway, KFC, Burger King, Denny, all these. Right now, what's interesting, if you go to any one of these, let's say you go to Loins Restaurant. I don't know what Loins is. It's a franchise. I've never heard of it. Sonic. Let's go do Sonic. If I go to Sonic in one town here in Long Island, the price is going to be what it's going to be. And then if I go to Sonic in let's say Philly, it's going to probably be same or close to the same price. Like I can go to all these different franchises in different states and areas, and the prices will look pretty much the same. Does that mean that every one of these people, they should be sued for breaking antitrust laws? Of course there is an, because the fees are dictated by the market, by the consumer, by the product that you have. And real estate in this environment, it seems as though the winning number for buyers, sellers, and the agent, because keep in mind, agents work only on commission, and they do work to be profitable. It seems like around 6 is the magic number. 5, 6, 7. Most agents, not 7, the 6, the 5s, we'll see some 4s. Oh, wait a second. Okay, let me share my screen. I'm sorry, this is happening live. I got buttons. I'm talking. I sometimes forget to press a button. Now, talk about price fixing, right? I did this on another video, but it ties to the Stevens report. What is a contingency fee? This is on the New York State, but actually this is New York City. It's the wrong logo. New York City New York City Bar Association. And what they publish there, the fees that attorneys work on when they work on commission, I'm sorry, they call it contingency fees, but it's a commission, is ordinary. The ordinary percentage is 33%. So you've got the Bar Association, New York City, saying the average, the ordinary, not average, ordinary. Like, this is ordinary. Tell me that's not price fixing. If you're going to say that agents somehow, because you called 10 agents in 20 cities out of 1.56 million realtors, 1.6 million realtors, that somehow that's price fixing, that 70% of them say, you've got it on the Bar Association's website saying that the ordinary percentage. If you're going to say, if anybody's going to say that because you called 10 agents in 20 cities and they say their average, their commission that they charge is 6%, that's the 70% said that, how is this not a violation of antitrust laws? But wait, this over here, the American Bar Association, their website, often the commission that attorneys often 33 to 40%, 33 to 40%. Come on now, this blows my mind. This is worse than what evidence that they're saying the real estate industry has done. I'm telling you, I hope that somebody will ask the plaintiff's attorney, how much are you charging? So the jury can hear the commission amount that they're getting. Oh, I'd like to be in that jury. Commission disclosed most. Okay, let's see. What else did it say? Most agents would negotiate these commissions. Most agents would not negotiate this commission. Only 54 agents, keep in mind, out of 1.6. Wait a second. Come on. Now it's getting ridiculous. So 54 agents out of 1.56 million realtors said that they would or might. Oh, I'm sorry. Do it the other way. So 27%, 54 agents said that they would or might lower their commission. So if I do the math, that means it's 146. So 146 agents, out of 1.56 million, said they wouldn't cut their commission. They wouldn't negotiate the commission. 154. There's a conspiracy. There's definitely a conspiracy here. Come on. I know if you ask my attorney, would you cut your fee? No. I know my stockbroker could. No. Any good, qualified, skilled person in their profession, you ask them to cut the fee. No, because I'm good. This is what I charge. Now, will I give you discounts if we worked together before? Yes. Will I give you a discount if we do both sides? Yeah, that's different. But let me show you this as far as our commission, our price fixing. This is the commission, the average commission, according to Real Trends since 1991. And I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it's going down. If we as an industry are collectively charging commissions to hurt consumers and we're price fixing our commissions, we are doing a really bad job at this because it's going down. Come on. But wait, there's more. Redfin, this is the buyer side, how it's gone down. So the buyer side is also going in a downward trend. Here's why this is why I really believe there is, to a certain extent, why people think that agents all charge the same and we've price fixed, even though there's no proof that we've gotten together in like 1.6 million realtors got in a meeting room at the Marriott and said, all right, here's the new fee. Even though it looks like that, here's why I think it is, because the perception. Let me show you this, because when it's perception always becomes reality. When you have Forbes magazine saying, I didn't circle these. In that first paragraph, it says in the last sentence, while percentages vary, you can typically expect to pay around 5 to 6% of a home sales price. So when you have Forbes saying that, and then you have Investopia, which explains real estate commissions, and they use 5 to 6 as the average, and then you go to Bankrate, and you have them do a chart that shows 2.5 over here, 2.5, that's 5. And then you have HomeLight saying in their blog articles, commission on a home sale is 5 to 6. And then you have Open Door, which is the worst things for the homeowner. They say in the first sentence they're typically 5 to 6. And Ramsey saying that the real estate transaction is usually 6%. And then you have U.S. News, World News saying 5 to 6%. And then you've got NerdWallet saying 5 to 6%. When you have all of these publications saying 5 to 6, 5 to 6, 5 to 6, then I can understand the perception becomes reality that it looks like somehow that we all 1.6 million realtors got in a hotel room at the Marriott and said, let's all charge homeowners the same amount. I can see that. But that's not what's happened. Just like McDonald's and all the fast food and all the other analogies that I could possibly give you, they price their product based on what they think they can sell to the consumer in the areas that they work. If anybody did price fixing, it's the American Bar Association publishing what's ordinary for a commission for a lawyer. Anyway, I hope this helped in some respects. And listen, here's what I can tell you as a real estate professional. All of this stuff is just going to make us stronger. And on our communication, it's going to raise the bar. And I don't know what the outcome is. We don't know what the outcome is yet. We still have another lawsuit coming down the pike. But hopefully these videos will help the nonsense a little bit. So anyway, please stay safe, stay focused. Don't forget to keep smiling. And most importantly, remember that you are essential, that you make a difference. Thank you very much.